Hi Leo, welcome to September. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And this month, let's see what's going on. We have Venus moving into Virgo on September 6th. We have a full moon in Pisces on September 10th. And right after that, Mercury goes retrograde. Mercury's in Libra, and it will move back into Virgo and then go direct in October. Then we have a new moon in Libra on the 25th of the month, and that's favorable to your sign. But before we get into that, let's see what the cards say. What does Leo need to know about love and relationships for the month of September 2022? What's happening with Leo? September 2022. What is happening for Leo? September 2022. What is happening with Leo? What does Leo need to know? Okay. The Eight of Wands. The King of Pentacles. The Five of Wands. The Seven of Cups. The Two of Cups. The Four of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. The Ten of Wands. The Empress. And the Ten of Swords. And the card at the bottom of the deck is the Strength card. Okay, so this is an interesting reading. So we start out with the Eight of Wands, crossed by the King of Pentacles. You have the King and the Queen of Pentacles in this reading, so that's a good sign. And the Two of Cups. Love is on. Something may be ending. I think the worst is over this month. You're coming out of a dark period. You're coming out of a stressful period. So the Eight of Wands is messages. Messages of love, the arrows of love, news coming in, doors opening up, opportunities. So I feel like someone's going to either reach out to you or you're going to reach out to them. I feel like news is coming in. And the Eight of Wands can be messages of love. It could also mean things happening quickly. You have the King of Pentacles here. So you could be dealing with an earth sign. That would be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. In the past, you have the Five of Wands. This is a card of conflict, petty conflict. People not seeing eye to eye, not being able to get on the same page. It could also mean internal conflict, where you're internally conflicted about a relationship. Like you don't know what to do. Maybe you're fighting with your partner and you're not sure if you're compatible or you're not sure what to do about the relationship. The Strength card is here, so there could be anger issues that have to be resolved or counseling. This is a card of taming the beast within, not going to extremes of emotion, either anger or either way, like not overreacting to things. So this could have been some of the problems in a relationship that caused conflict. It could have been like someone not knowing how to deal with their anger, not knowing how to release their anger in a healthy way, or not knowing how to get their needs met without having a major come apart. Sometimes the Strength comes up when a relationship can use counseling. Counseling could help to heal the issues. Because it can help the person learn, or the people involved learn how to communicate, learn how to deal with, how to resolve conflict in a healthy way. You have the Seven of Cups in the recent past. So the Seven of Cups, this is something that has influenced the partnership, but it's now fading, or your love life, depending on the situation. So the Seven of Cups is a card of choices and indecision. So maybe you've had a lot of options, or you're not sure what to choose in a situation. Like you might have been thinking about the ideal person, but not taking action, or thinking about, well, I could try this, I could do that, but you're stuck in the dream and not actually doing anything about it. So if you're interested in more than one person, you have to make a decision. Or maybe there were too many options in the past and it interfered with your relationship. Maybe there were, you couldn't decide who you really wanted to be with. But I feel like this month is bringing, you have a lot of earth energy, a lot of pentacles. I feel like you're looking for stability in a relationship. You're looking for someone, like in the past you might have been confused about what you wanted, or not sure about what you wanted, or unable to make a choice or a decision, not taking action. But now I think you have the potential to connect with someone who's very down to earth, someone who is reliable, someone who cares about family and material things. Yes, they can be material. They work hard for their money, but they see it as a way of, like their love is expressed through materialism. If I can take care of my family, if I can provide a house and a home and food on the table, that's how I show my love. So that's this King of Pentacles energy. This is someone who could have their own business. They could deal with money. They could even be deal with land. But they do care very much. They may not be as demonstrative as other signs. They may not be as exciting as other signs, but they are reliable. They're someone that you can count on. Like they're going to be there for you, no matter what. So this could be a departure for the usual type that you're attracted to. Maybe in the past you were attracted to people that were more exciting, but yet they weren't always there for you, or there was just a lot of conflict, or high low, the roller coaster ride. I feel like your needs are changing, or you're attracting a different energy this month. You have the Two of Cups here. Two of Cups is a potential, it's a soulmate connection. You have the potential to see eye to eye with someone, to connect with someone in a very romantic, it could even be a good friendship. If it's not a romance, it could be a partnership where you just get each other. And it could start out as a friendship and then lead to romance if you're not in a relationship. The Four of Pentacles is up here. I feel like you're looking for security in a relationship, especially financial security. Because the Four is like holding on. It's holding on to your money. That could be an issue, like someone is a little controlling. Maybe you're dealing with someone who could be a little controlling, or it could, if it's not you, it could be the other person. So you have to learn to let go and not try to control things. And don't just cling to someone because they represent security. Cling to them because they represent the kind of person you want to be with, that you're having fun, you're a good match. So that's something to be aware of. You have the Queen of Pentacles here. So when the Queen and the King come together, plus the Two of Cups, I feel like you have the potential to make a good connection with someone that you could go the distance with. And they could provide home and family, because you've got this the Empress. You're looking for someone who's nurturing, who's like a mother figure, or someone, you want family. You want a family connection. You don't want to just be alone. You're looking for home, family, children, abundance. Even if you don't have children, for some of you, it could just mean you want someone who's creative, someone that you could feel like they're like family to you, or you're creating some kind of home or family. You're tired of just being alone if you're not in a relationship, or even if you were in a bad relationship or a difficult one that didn't give you that sense of home or family. You have the Ten of Wands, so you have these two tens here. Ten of Wands in your environment means you've been carrying a heavy burden. You've been working really hard. You're about to put your burden down. You feel really stressed, like I've been struggling. It's been a long struggle. But I feel like that struggle is coming to an end. And the Ten of Swords, you may have ended something, because the Ten of Swords means a final ending. But it also means like the end of trouble. Like you're at rock bottom, you can only go up. You know, when you reach like the point where you feel stabbed in the back, everything is collapsing around you. There might be a relationship that you decided, I'm not going to go there. I can't give this any more energy. I'm just done. Maybe you decide to break away from something that was not good for you. You put an end to something that was not healthy. Maybe a little toxic even. And now you're open to forming something new. The only thing you might have to watch out for is any controlling behavior and overreact, any kind of angry outbursts, overreaction, going to extremes of emotion, learning how to deal with your anger, how to express your anger in a healthy way. Well, so counseling could help. So if you're in a relationship that has had these problems, I feel like you're coming to the end. You can work through them through counseling, through learning how to communicate, learning how to resolve conflicts in a healthy way, making a commitment instead of being in a state of confusion, making a choice, a decision. I'm going to choose this person. I'm going to choose to work on this relationship. So that's for people who are in a relationship. For people who are not, who have ended something maybe toxic, the worst is over. And there's potential, because the Two of Cups is kind of, it hasn't formed yet. It's just kind of in the future. It's just developing. And it's based on you finally putting an end to something that's no longer working, that's not good for you. So now you're opening the universe, you're opening up to the potential for a new beginning or a new relationship that will bring you a greater sense of home and family and a better connection. Something that you can feel more secure in, feel like someone, and it could come out unexpectedly, because the Eight of Wands energy is kind of like sudden. You suddenly meet someone, or you connect, you're going somewhere, and you run into somebody, and suddenly the feelings are, arise suddenly. Everything kind of moves really quickly. Sometimes the Eight of Wands can mean movement, taking a trip or a journey by air. Maybe if you're traveling, you might meet someone through a vacation, by traveling. But the thing that you have to be aware of is don't try to control. Don't be too controlling in the new situation. Don't, and especially when it comes to money, because sometimes this could be someone who holds on to their money, like they're miserly. They expect the other person to pay for everything. So you want to be more, have more of a give and take in finances. So that's either you, because usually Leos are usually generous when it comes to relationships. So it could be a partner. If you see a partner's not being generous or expecting you to pay for everything, that could be a red flag. So you want more balance in the relationship. But you can connect. I feel like love is on. Love can be on. And you're coming out of a dark time. So let's see what the angels have to say for Leo. What message does Leo need to hear from the angels? Miracle. Somebody else got miracle too. Okay. One of the other signs got miracle. I think it was Taurus. Possibly Taurus or Aries. Dearest one, even if all hope seems lost, let not hope slip away. For I, your guardian angel, am constantly by your side. Surrender all your concerns to me and trust in the healing power of love. Please believe that you are never alone. Together we shall work through each issue or situation which is of concern to you. All heals with the passing of time, and magic and miracles are about to manifest. So hold on to that dream. The worst is over, and only good could come from this situation. So, you got the card of abundance, the Empress. So I think September is going to be a better month for you than what you've been experiencing in the past. So let's see what we have a full moon in Pisces on the 10th. And where is that? That's in your 8th house. Oh, it's a financial house. So you've got the moon and Neptune in your 8th house, and the sun is in your 2nd house. And so something is coming to light about a financial situation. With Neptune, sometimes Neptune and the moon, it can make you feel more intuitive. So there could be you might have an intuitive flash about a financial situation. Something is either completing or being revealed. Let's see, the challenge comes from Mars. And Mars is in your 11th house. And it's making a T-square with this full moon. So there could be that something like, the 8th house usually represents financial support that you get from others, like a partner. Or it could be taxes, debts, inheritance. It could be that something that you were counting on, like someone that you were depending on for financial support, something might be ending. So if you're ending a relationship, it could mean the end of that financial support as well. It could also mean like some conflict with a friend, within a friendship, because of Mars being in Gemini. Something's coming to a head that involves friends, the groups that you belong to. So you may have to reach out to friends for assistance, for support. Now, the positive aspects to this moon is Uranus is in your 10th house, and it's sextile the moon and Neptune, or the moon and Neptune are sextiling Uranus. The sun in your 2nd house is trining Uranus, and the North Node is there. So I feel like there's going to be some shift, a life path shift that's going to bring abundance. It could bring abundance to you. So you might be feeling like one thing may end and another thing may begin out of the blue suddenly that brings you change in your life path. So you can go from single to married, married to single. It's going to be sudden and unexpected. You may get on a new career path even with Uranus in your 10th house. Mercury's in your 3rd house, and it's trining Mars in your 11th house. So it's important to communicate with family, friends, relatives. 3rd house has to do with communication, your thinking. Mercury's in Libra. You may have to negotiate, find some type of compromise. If you're signing a contract, check all the details because Mercury's going retrograde this month. So if you're signing any contract, especially if it involves a friend, see what else is Mercury connecting with Jupiter in the 9th house, especially if it has to do with higher education, teaching, learning, spirituality, long-distance travel. Just check all the details. So you might be communicating with someone from a distance. Maybe you're thinking of traveling to a distance. Check all the facts. Look deep. Because Mercury's going retrograde. When Mercury retrogrades, it's not good to initiate something. It's better to go back to the past and rework something. So look over any past contracts. Look if you have to renew a contract. Read the fine print. Maybe you could make some changes that are more favorable to you. Mars is in your 11th house, and it's going to be there for a long time. Mars is in Gemini. It's going to be in Gemini till March of next year, and it's going to retrograde next month. So that's a time when you're going to be rethinking your friendships, the groups that you belong to, your goals, your dreams, and you may make some changes. But it's not a good time to initiate. You may feel like things are blocked or things are not happening as quickly as you'd like them to happen. So it's really more of a time during this retrograde period, from now to the end of the year. It's not a good time to launch anything. It's better to rethink your strategy and get all your ducks in a row and do all your research and prepare to launch next year when the planets are moving forward, especially Mercury and Mars. And if it's a financial thing, you want Venus forward too. But Mars will go direct at the end of January, may not get out of its shadow till like February, March. So you want to make sure, so I'm thinking spring. Plan ahead for spring. Plan your strategy. If something has ended in your life and you're thinking about starting something new, if you're going back to something from the past, that's great. You could go back to someone, you could reconnect with friends from the past while Mercury's retrograde, and maybe they can help you out. You could reestablish a relationship and fix whatever went wrong. Now you have Venus. Venus is in your second house, so it can bring in some money when Venus is in the second house. And Venus is squaring Mars. Oh, you might go to a friend for money if you need financial support. But there may be some conflict with that. So you can't always depend on other people for money. You have to figure out a way to bring abundance in for yourself. And that might involve a career change where you can bring in more money. Maybe you're doing something creative. Maybe some creative project can bring, because Venus rules, love, creativity, art, music. You might be able to bring in extra money that way. Jupiter's in your ninth house again. Jupiter is good in the ninth house because you might be focused on education, philosophy, spiritual beliefs. So you might join a new group that has to do with spirituality. Either you're teaching or you're learning. Maybe you're joining a new spiritual group. And Chiron is there too, so there's some healing. Maybe you need to heal. It's like the wounded healer, so there might be some healing around your belief systems. Maybe you've been focusing on the wrong thing, and now you're seeing the truth of something. And you're on a search for truth with Jupiter. You've got Saturn in your seventh house. And so your relationships have been heavy over the past couple of years. You feel like maybe you're seeing the truth in relationships. What you thought was really a romantic partnership, now you're seeing the reality. It may not be all that glitters that is not gold. But you're also realizing where you need to take responsibility and step up to the plate. So Saturn rewards hard work. So if you do the work, if you commit, you have to make a commitment to make a relationship work. You have to commit to doing your side, pulling your weight in the relationship. If you can do that, you can fix what's wrong. But you may feel that it's too much work and you may just, let it go. You also have Pluto in your sixth house, so your health, you have to focus on your health. You have to make major changes in the way you take care of yourself. Maybe have a new health regimen. Eat healthier, exercise, start an exercise program. And your work could be changing too. Pluto, the sixth house rules your day-to-day work environment. So if you're in the workforce, there might be some major changes happening at work. Things are breaking down and being rebuilt. Maybe they're restructuring your department. A lot of changes happening, but the outcome will be positive. Pluto doesn't take away what you need. Pluto removes what's no longer working, so that you could rebuild in a better direction, so you can make something better. And it's an empowering influence too. You need to step into your power. So if you've been depending on other people too much, Pluto wants you to depend on you. Pluto wants you healthy, wants you to go deep, wants you to stand in your power and solve your own problems, basically. Show your leadership skills, because that's what Pluto in its positive sense is leadership that can affect the masses. But when Pluto, if you abuse that power, Pluto can bring you can create a fall from grace. So you don't want to abuse your power. You want to use your position to empower others, to bring, it's like the rising tide that raises all boats. You're that tide. So then we have the new moon in Libra. Now this is going to be favorable to your sign. The new moon in Libra is happening in your third house of communication. And that's like siblings and relatives and close friends. You might have a new beginning where you're reaching out to people, like reestablish communication, especially because, Mercury is retrograding from your third house into your second house. So you could reestablish contacts with brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, siblings. maybe even friends, and they can give you some financial support. If you need any financial support, they can be there for you. As Venus is in your second house, and Mercury will retrograde back in your second house at this new moon. So you could have this new beginning that can bring more abundance to your life. And you may think of new ways to make money, to bring abundance. Your values may be changing. You might be going back to something that you did a long time ago that brought in some money. So maybe you're connecting with friends and you're getting back into an old type of job that's bringing financial support. Venus is trining Pluto. So this is very powerful. If you reconnect with something, especially work or money related, it can really be very profitable. So you're thinking of ways, how can I generate more income? How can I bring more money into the work that I'm doing? How can I feel more passionate about what I'm doing? This Venus trine Pluto situation can really help. So it could be a powerful partnership that gives you new inspiration, or it could be a new creative project that you feel passionate about that's going to bring in more money. And it's going to give you like a new lease on life, like you're going to feel more alive. Mars is in your 11th house. It's trining Saturn in the 7th. So if you take action, Mars in the 11th is, Mars is your energy, your ambition, action. And in the 11th, it's friends, groups that you belong to. If you take action, you can create a new beginning in a partnership, because the 7th house, Saturn is in your 7th house, but you're going to have to take action. You're going to have to do the work. And it can really change things in a powerful way. Mars is very ambitious. Saturn, like if you're willing to commit and do the work, you can make major changes in your relationship and make it more solid and more stable. But, a source of income could kind of like, you got to be careful with Neptune in the 8th. Neptune dissolves whatever it touches. So you may find that a source of income that you were counting on is no longer there for you. And you have to think of new ways to bring in money. But for the most part, this new beginning is very powerful. It could lead to powerful change, opportunity, where you could come up with new ideas and new love, powerful new relationships that are going to bring abundance into your life. But it's not going to just come without effort. You have to do the work. You have to make the commitment. You have to be willing to make it happen. You have to be a willing partner. Like you can't just be a silent partner. You have to, get down in the ditches, and do the work. And then you could see abundance coming out of that, out of a partnership, out of a work project, and it could lead to changes even within yourself and the way you feel about yourself, your self-esteem. You could feel more empowered. And your health can improve. But, like I said, you've got to commit to major change. You can't be doing the same thing and expecting a different result. It's like it's time to wake up and smell the coffee and make some changes. So if you can do that, abundance and love are there for you. So don't lose hope. You've been through the mill, but you're coming to the end of a hard time. So that's my forecast, Leo. If you like this forecast, if it resonated with you, please click on the like button, click on the subscribe button. Please leave a comment. I love reading the comments. I really appreciate you all taking the time out to leave a comment. If you're new, welcome. This is a general reading. It may not apply to everyone. So if you want a private reading where we just focus on your specific issues, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website. You can order a reading through the website, and we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, thank you for supporting this channel. I hope you're enjoying the readings and the videos, and have a wonderful month of September, and I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.